The story about the leopard being cleaned when Jesus touched him is found in Matthew 8, Mark 1, and Luke 5. Always has been my favorite story in the Bible, especially the New Testament, because you see the compassion of Christ. And recently God brought some depth into it for me. I'm going to read it out of Mark for you, and then we'll go into it a little deeper. And there came a leper to him, beseeching him and kneeling down to him, and saying unto him, If thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus, moved with compassion, put forth his hand and touched him, and said unto him, I will, be thou cleaned. Now, the important thing you have to remember is back then, leopards didn't even touch leopards. They knew so little about the disease, they were afraid they were going to catch it from each other. So this person went for who knows how long without the contact of another human being. And here comes this rabbi. And remember, rabbis got unclean. It was a ceremonial 7-day unclean, and they would miss the Sabbath. And he didn't want any contact. He just wanted to be clean. But Jesus gave him the one thing he really needed. He needed human contact. And he touched him. And I could imagine that leopard not being touched, human contact, and how often we long for that human contact, especially the elderly in nursing homes without no relatives or friends visiting them. You want a ministry, there you go. Go visit some elderly without any relatives or friends. He reached down and he touched him. And I can picture that leopard grabbing hold of that hand and holding it there, and the tears pouring down his face because somebody cared enough to touch him. Just the contact of a human touch, it'll move you. It'll move your heart. And now this rabbi has become unclean. He's going to miss the Sabbath. He won't be able to preach. And then he cleans him. He removes his leprosy. He's now accepted back into society. He can now walk among people, touch people. He's whole, he's cleaned again. I always loved that story. I always loved it, how Christ sacrificed himself, his cleanness, for this leopard. And then the other day, God told me, that's Christ's whole ministry in one short little story. And you think about it. Christ became sin for us. He became dirty. He missed the Sabbath. He had to go to hell for us. And we became clean because of his sacrifice. After we did what? After we knelt and asked for his help. Christ's whole ministry is right there. And everything we have to do is right there. Just kneel before him and ask for his help. We don't have to kneel. We can be standing up. We can be lying down. It doesn't matter what position we're in. But we have to ask for his cleanliness. We have to ask for his salvation. We have to ask for his help. God's whole ministry is in that simple little story. He came to us, and when we asked for his help, he became sin for us, took our sins upon himself, became dirty, separated from God, couldn't enter the synagogue, and we became clean. Next time you read a simple story in the Bible, which I read this for years and years and years, everybody knew it was my favorite Bible story. It just may not be that simple. Praying for you all.